Alright,
This is no
so,
time for
of
distractions.
course, Lenny starts talking.
Seriously, you have a great magician standing right here. You don't want to miss the best part, do you?
Okay, so, I have found in Chunyi Vale another quest to take on. So let's go see what this is about. The flow of water is good, and the conditions of the water in the surrounding areas are quite satisfactory as well. This is great. I should still keep an eye on the surrounding soil environment, though. Looks like I'll have to place a few more instruments. Did something happen here? Ah, are you the traveler? Could you spare a moment? I could really use a favor from you. Please, allow me to introduce myself first. I'm Wolu, a hydrologist. I'm currently conducting some investigations in Chunyu Vale for research purposes. Why would a hydrolo, hydrologists, whatever, need to keep an eye on the soil environment? That's a very good question. In short, the answer is that the study of hydrology concerns more than just the movement of water. The mountainous terrain, the flow of the streams, the geology of the land, the weather of the area, and even the daily lives of the human residents who call this place their home, they all affect the hydrology of the Vale. Paimon can't say she really understands, but that definitely sounds super complicated. It is indeed quite complicated. Still, conducting research here is far easier than conducting research in Fontaine. I kept running into all kinds of problems trying to place even a single hydrology device in Fontaine. They get attacked by the aquatic wildlife one day and be swept away by the current the next. And that's not even going into all those underwater mechanical things that Archons know who placed down there. Ugh, just remembering all of them is giving me a headache. So about the favor you'd like to ask of us. Ah, that. Well, it's really a small thing. I'd like to request that you help me place these monitoring instruments on that mountain. I have just ordered these mechanical instruments from Fontaine. Once placed, they will continuously bore down through the earth until they obtain the deep soil samples I require. With those samples, I'll be able to measure the influence the local hydrology has had on the soil quality of the nearby mountains. That sounds straightforward enough. It's been a while since we got such a simple commission. If that's what you think, I've been meaning to hire a few adventurers for the task, but no one has accepted my commission so far, and I've heard that there are a lot of treasure hoarders in the area. But judging from your looks, you're not at all scared of those bullies, are you? Just leave them to me. If they're smart, they should be scared of me. Then I leave the placement of the instruments to you. All you need to do is place them on the nearby hill. I still need to stay here to adjust some more instruments. Just come back to me once you've placed the batch I've given you. Okay. Temporary acclimatization. That is the name of this? Yes, that is the name of this. That's not far from here. Let's go to the waypoint one first. Place. Don't look down. It's so high up here. Let's just get out of here once we've placed the instruments. Why is Paimon scared of heights? She flies. Silly Paimon.
I see you're a guest.
I'm gonna see if he actually sells me stuff. I'm not actually reading this. I just want to see if he sells me stuff. Ah! Fine then, I'll just steal your stuff. look, there's a treasure chest.
Guess this'll go into my magic pocket.
Would this place do? Ah well, let's just trust this device, that this device will do its job. Okay, let's head back to the lady. These adjustments ought to do it. Ah, have you placed your instruments already? Thank you so much. Once I'm done placing this one, I'll give you your reward. You could have just given it to me alongside the rest of the batch. Thank you for your kindness. Unfortunately, this instrument is somewhat special. It requires some additional adjustments and calibrating, and I wouldn't want to trouble you that much. Let's go get to that. Let's go over to that. Let's go to that cliff over there and place it. Then I'll give you your reward. That sounds really hard. Have you always worked like this? At least now, I only need to place my instruments down and on the ground. In a previous expedition, I actually had to figure out a way to place one in the middle of a raging river. Can you just take a boat over there? I mean, if all I needed to do was to drop the instrument, then sure, I could have just taken a boat, dropped it in the middle of the river, and left. But I was trying to measure the intensity of the water flow, so I had to keep that specialized instrument stationary within the heart of the river so that it could never float to the top nor sink to the bottom. Thankfully, there was a drawbridge above that river. Had there not been a bridge, I'd have to ask some people to help me draw a rope between the two mountains, and then hang the device onto one of the ropes before using another rope to move it to the center of the river and drop it in the water. Anyway, there's no point talking about that now. It's not like that's something I'll have to deal with. That said, we'll still pass by a drawbridge on our way to our destination. Come this way. That drawbridge isn't far from here. Oh look, treasure hoarders.
There's your car. Solidify.
Go.
Direct assault.
Here comes the finale.
And there's some on the other side too.
Now disappear.
I will have order.
Wheel of life. Be amazed!
Picked the wrong test subject.
Thank you. I really don't know how to express my gratitude. You are Miss Quay? Ah, it's you, traveler. Fancy running into you again. This is the second time that you've done me such a huge favor. Were you guys in Fontaine learning how to shoot a film? How are you already back in Liowa? Have you already mastered the art of filmmaking? Well, rather than that, it'd probably be more accurate to say we've been forced to make some quick mora first. You two. Mr. Gurest is indeed a master filmmaker, and he's given us a lot of very useful advice. However, the films that he's helped us shoot have all really focused on big ideas and themes. As for the actual plot or the world and things that were intended to be featured, they kind of, in Mr. Garrett's words, they were left behind the scenes. But we had looked into filmmaking in the first place to create a film that could bring attention to Chinisvale's excellent teas. If we had stayed with Mr. Gassart, whatever, we would have gone nowhere. So I made the executive decision to put a pause on our studies and come back to shoot a documentary. We will use this opportunity to put our knowledge to the test. Well, and because we just about run out of funds. Hey, haven't I told you about my plan already? As long as this document becomes a smash hit, we'll make our investments back in no time. Well, and then we found ourselves cornered by treasure hoarders on a drawbridge. Thankfully, the great traveler came to save us. Isn't this place a bit far from Quaying Village? But why are you here if you want to photograph Quaying Village? Well, I want to get some majestic shots of the scenery so the film would look a bit more imposing. But we got a bit too distracted while shooting and caught the attention of those treasure hoarders. We fled all the way here, but were still cornered by them in the end. Wait, so the pro photographers Wolu mentioned earlier were... Yep, they were Miss Quay and her assistants. Where did you suddenly just pop up from, Miss Wolu? I swear I didn't see you at all before now. I just hid myself very well. So you already know each other. I mean, Miss Wolu is an expert hydrologist. No one knows these lands better than her. We'd consulted her several times before this on the best places to shoot. We've even tried to get her to join us, but she said that she could only consider once she's finished with her work. Boss, while we were running away earlier, we seem to have, left the case containing our film equipment on the ground. I think all the work we've done so far is in that work that we've done so far is in that case. Miss Holu, Traveler, Paimon, thank you for everything. When are you free next? Please find me in Quaying Village. After all, you've saved our lives, so we've got to prepare in a reward in return. But for now, we must be off and away. Hurry! Where did we leave that box? We need to go back for it. They're always leaving that somewhere. That film case sure has gone through a lot. They say that good things often come at the end of many tribulations. I'm sure Miss Quay's film will turn out to be a hit. Anyway, let me give you your reward. I'll go place the final instrument shortly, and then probably go check on Miss Quay to see how she's doing. I've got to find her fast, or she'll probably be off Archon knows where again, shooting her film. I suppose she did just say that she'd be found at Quaying Village. I'll just check that out later. Oh, so the quest is still going. Also, I'm just going to say that is not a drawbridge. That is a rope bridge. A drawbridge goes up to allow ships to pass by. Neither of these are drawbridges, including the one below me. And the water is definitely not deep enough for a boat of any sort. Okay, let's go to Quaying Village before I continue on my rant more. Oh, looky! You have one of these things I want. Maybe we should grab the Quaying Village shots first after all. Is everything okay? Looks like you didn't lose any equipment, at least. Ah, Traveler, Paimon! Thanks to you, we were able to save all of our stuff. I suppose, though, that if we were to ever return to that area in the future, we should have to bring a few adventurers with us. Or shall have to bring, excuse me. So, about your film feature... Feature. Oh my god, I keep wanting to say future and it's feature. Feature film on T. How is the shooting for that going? Well, we've currently got a good opening sequence and a good artistic vision. So you haven't shot much at all? Well, you see, we're currently a little short on money. As a master film maker, Mr. Cassart's tuition doesn't exactly come cheap. Even though we've already shot a few smaller films and made some more from that, a feature film of this length just burns through your budget as if it's nothing. especially since Boss also turned down a few potential sponsors and refused many invitations to collaborate. Hey, what do you two know? This was all so that we can create an excellent film that reflects our standards and our vision. But boss, didn't we start this film company because we want to make money? Stop worrying about that for now. Just go and set up the equipment. Traveler, this is your reward. Thank you for always lending me your support. Once I've made the film of my dream, I'll be sure to invite you over for the premiere, and then I'll also take you out for tea. Yifeng Zhengye, make sure you get the best angle for our lighting. We're going to get this in one take, you hear me? But boss, we don't even have any actors here with us. Isn't it all up to chance whether or not we can grab a scenery shot in one take? Just hurry up and set up the equipment, and then wait there, right here. Alright, now I finished that quest line. I'll just go find a chest for that last bit. Let's see, what did I find? Oh wait, I did open a chest, that's right. I'll just find another one to open. Can I use this? Oh, I can use it. 6,000 Mora! Okay. Alright, let's get this. Okay, so that was temporary acclimation, I think it was called. Anyways, that's the end of that quest for now, and I'll see you guys later.